actually talk to Andreja. Look at that.
Could we let's get out of here.
I wonder if I can just fire on the ship. like, like I do often wonder that. What if I just did the most evil fucking thing? Like, what if I just blew it up? Problem solved. Like, what's stopping me?
Hello, and welcome back. Mr. Tofik, I am aware that this is your 8th visit to our resort. Your repeat patronage is much appreciated. Is there any assistance I may offer you today?
Actually, a question. Usually when I come here, the shuttle takes a certain route, showing me the beauty of this world. But this time, our entries seem to take longer, and we pass by a lot more open water. Was there something wrong with our normal flight path? I heard the rumors of a ship in orbit.
Please allow me to apologize for this inconvenience. This alternate entry was required due to a meteor shower affecting the usual descent route. Nothing to worry about. To make up for this, allow me to credit your account with a 15% discount on spa amenities. Once again, we are dreadfully sorry.
It's okay, Viator. I know you're programmed to be overly concerned with your service. I just wanted to know why. But thank you for crediting my account anyway.
I have noted your repeat appearance at our resort. Thank you for your patronage. You have been automatically credited with 20% off your next stay.
What the fuck?
Hey, I noticed you arriving at port shortly after I did. Something's been bothering me, and I've been dying to ask another guest. They told us there was a very active meteor shower, which is why we had to divert our flight path coming in for our landing. But I haven't seen a single shooting star since I've been here. That's weird, right?
I honestly don't know what you're talking about. Well, I came here a different way on my own ship.
Oh, that's fair. I'll just have to ask around. The view coming in is so beautiful. You should really take the shuttle here sometime. Unless,
Yeah, I'm sure that would have been cool.
They've done away with that flight path for some reason. I sure hope not. Anyway, enjoy your stay. Sorry for bothering you.
Well, it is my sincerest wish that this humble robot servant has brightened your day. If I have failed in any way, please know that I am dreadfully sorry.
Shut up. So this place certainly is bright and sunny. I guess Andreja wants to talk, so we might as well talk with her.
I have something I wanted to say. But I confess I am afraid of how you will react.
Oh? If it's that bad, maybe you shouldn't say anything. Nothing would change my opinion of you.
I am reluctant to put that to the test. But it is necessary that we are honest with each other. I know that you said you prefer to be surrounded by others, unlike me. But Constellation means something to us both. And I must be honest about why. The little I have spoken of my history has been nothing but truth. I worked with smugglers. I have caused my share of pain and suffering. What I have left out, until now, is that all of that was done on behalf of House Varun. My people. My family.
House Varun? What's that?
You have not heard the name? I am surprised. Generations ago, our founder, Jinan Varun, he had an experience while grav jumping. He made contact with an immortal being beyond time and space, beyond our universe. The Great Serpent told Jinan Varun that our universe is his dominion. And while he has been away for millennia, he will return soon. And when he does, we must be prepared. My people have worked to that end for many years now, and it has caused conflict with the rest of the settled systems.
If that were coming from anyone else, I'd think it was a joke. I thought House Varun had vanished.
They have retreated from open relations with the United Colonies and the Freestar Collective, but they still exist. I was born in the great city of Dazra, and raised with the teachings of Jinan Varun. I underwent the rite of Krejar when I came of age. I am of the promised, those who know the truth of the Great Serpent and his inevitable return.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I hope this isn't one of those now I have to kill you scenarios.
Your ability to find the humor in a situation is remarkable. No, I will not kill you for knowing, but you must understand that this is privileged information. Several years ago, I intercepted requests from Constellation to access Varun's space, speaking only of exploration. I was sent to infiltrate Constellation, posing as a former smuggler looking for a new purpose in life.
Wait, really? So, you're an undercover agent?
That was the intent, yes. The reality is more complicated. Several weeks after I arrived, I attempted to access secure records within Constellation's archives. Vladimir and Sarah were waiting for me.
If it were me, I wouldn't have been caught. What a dick thing to say. Well, you're still here, so it couldn't have been that bad.
I had no idea what to think. I was horrified. My failure would be reported to the High Council, and the penalty would be severe.
What information are you sending to House Varun?
The history of Constellation, where expeditions are sent, data on star systems House Varun has not explored, some information on their members and goals. As you have seen, there is relatively little that would be considered classified.
So... Huh. This is actually crazy. I thought she was just from House Varun and fled. I didn't realize, like, the fact that she's a fucking spy is crazy. So, House Varun knows about the artifacts, then?
They do not. I have, for now, kept that information to myself. You and I have spent so much time together. It has been increasingly difficult to keep this from you. And I am sorry for that. Telling you this violates so many of the orders I was given. But it was the right thing to do. I can feel that.
Well, I mean, fuck. That is a lot to take in. Like, that's actually, you see what I mean? She's the only one that actually has anything super interesting going on. She's a fucking spy. You're still just Andreja as far as I'm concerned.
You have no idea what a relief that is. Thank you for trusting me.
Huh. Yeah, that's just... interesting. Very interesting. I don't even know what to say to that. Like, I doubt that's really going to affect anything. You know what I mean? Like, that's, like I said, interesting story, interesting plot they've created for her here. Where the fuck? How do I... Oh, I see. But I doubt that it's really going to affect anything. Like, it's not going to come up in the main story at any point that, oh, she's betrayed us. Like, of course not. That's too much of a variable to introduce into the story. We can't be having variables.
Yes. What?
Love how quickly it turns into nighttime. It's just instantaneous.
I can see why this location was chosen for a resort. Very nice.
Oh, I got sand in my shoes again. Oh, hi.
There is an enhanced building
Don't worry
here, of
about
course
us.
there is.
We're just here to keep the peace.
And the
I'm on
chunks.
vacation because I don't want to be bothered by anyone. Get it?
Welcome to Paradiso.
Have a great day.
I cannot recall ever having the time, let alone the funds, for a vacation someplace like this.
Yeah. Just random
Everything
people
here is a
hanging
little
out.
More expensive than I expected. Guess that's how they get you.
It's lovely here.
Oh.
If only I could figure out the secret to that new drink. I might need to enlist outside help.
Obvious quest is obvious, yeah.
Sorry. Didn't mean to be rude and ignore you when you came in. I'm just trying to figure out the solution to a problem I'm having. What can I do for you?
How is your coffee different than any other coffee out there?
Ah, well, I'm not sure if you know this, but most coffee is synthetically created. Ours is 100% organic, made from coffee beans rescued from Earth hundreds of years ago, and cultivated by Cafe Luxe authorized growers. Trust me, you can really taste the difference between our real coffee and the other, stuff.
So, how's the business?
Not bad. Well, it'd be a little better if that tranquility went within spitting distance.
Yeah, right?
I'm not saying anyone should spit on tranquility, by the way. Just maybe don't buy their tea. Drink coffee instead. Yeah? Yeah.
So you're looking for some help.
Matter of fact, I am. We keep losing business to tranquility. It seems like they're always trying new things, new recipes. And well, we just have the same old coffee here. I have an idea, but I don't know if I have the skills to pull it off.
What kind of skills are we talking about?
I need help from someone who's good at getting others to do what they want. Or good at, stealing. What I'm proposing may not be entirely legal. And even if I could succeed, I fear the risk is too great for me.
I don't understand. You don't have the skills to brew coffee?
No, I mean, yes, I do. What I mean is that's not the problem. It's not about brewing better coffee. We already have the best, most authentic coffee on the market. It's about finding new flavors. I think Tranquility has it right in that regard. I want to find out more about what they're planning next, but I barely know where to begin.
Tea and coffee are two very different flavors, dude. Well, I might have the skills you need. Tell me more about this plan of yours.
A tea sommelier from Tranquility Corporate is on vacation here. I overheard them talking to Polly about some new tea product they're working on. If you could convince them, or otherwise get the recipe, before it goes to market, I'm sure it will help me succeed. Maybe I can even move up the corporate ladder.
You want me to steal it if they aren't willing to tell me?
All I know is that the sommelier has the recipe on a slate. Do whatever you want with that information. I just need that recipe. If they won't tell you the recipe, do whatever you can. Well, except for using violence. I wouldn't want anyone to get hurt.
Well, it doesn't seem too difficult. I think I can do that.
I hope so. This could be the big break I'm looking for.
Thanks for choosing us over Cafe Luxe. Tea's better than coffee anyway. Hello. Welcome to Tranquility. If you fancy a cuppa, we have some new and classic blends that are sure to satisfy even the most discerning tea aficionado, whether you want to relax at the end of the day or energize yourself while watching the latest Red Mile feed.
Red Mile fan, huh? You know I've run it before.
You know, I thought you looked familiar. I think I've seen you in the feed before. I can't believe I'm talking to another runner. I'm a big fan of the Red Mile. You know Donovan Reese? He once came and ordered tea at our little shop. I think I died a little when he kissed my hand. If you ever run into him, tell him I still remember.
I do enjoy a nice cup of tea.
Aye, that's the spirit. It's not like you'll find a better drink over at Cafe Lux, am I right? So, what can I get for you today?
What teas do you recommend?
Well, if you want something strong, we have Earl Grey, breakfast, or classic black tea. If you want something relaxing, we have chamomile or easy sleep. But if you want something more exotic to tickle your fancy, might I suggest lotus or sunray?
What is that's just gonna bring the same dialogue up? Why is this here again?
Oh, wow! I thought that was you. That last run was incredible. You know, you're generating a lot of buzz. There's a lot of talk that you're the next Donovan Reese. I wish you continued success.
Yeah, okay.
Come back anytime for a wee cup of tea.
I was worried about my beach body until I spoke with that lady at Enhance here.
I'm fairly new here.
General
so sorry
store,
in
eh?
advance.
Welcome to Paradiso Gift Shop and Convenience. Feel free to look around, but don't break anything or you've got to buy it. And before you ask, there aren't any discounts, so don't even try to haggle with me.
Why do I get the impression that you don't like your job?
Why would I? I have to sell overpriced crap to rude, obnoxious tourists all day. My uncle works for the Paradiso board. When he said he could get me a job here, I expected an executive level job, not this. But it's not all bad. I don't have to worry about getting fired, and I live in Paradiso for free. Now, can I get you something, or are you going to keep asking questions about my life?
You sure I can't talk you down on any of these prices?
No. Ugh. You people always think that just because we're some fringe planet and not part of the free stars or whatever, that we're happy to haggle for everything. I wouldn't even care, honestly. But I take it out of my pay if any money's missing, so no discount.
All right, what do you got?
Okay, take a look.
Well,
Okay.
yeah, not a lot.
Thanks for shopping.
I'm not much of a beach person, but every...
Hi there. I've got a lot on my plate right now, but I'm happy to help if you need it. During the day, I'm all business. But when work's done, I like to enjoy the resort like everyone else. Excuse me, you can't just waltz in there. Do you have an appointment?
I was trying to talk to you. But, do I really need one?
I'm afraid so, yes. Sorry, but that's just how it is with the board. They're generally very busy, so any outside parties need to book appointments in advance.
Look, I'm here on important business. Don't you know who I am?
I really don't, and I can't have you barging in on the executives while they're working. So if you need something, you can talk to me. That's the best I can do, I'm afraid.
Alright, well, I kind of do have an appointment. You got a problem with that ship in orbit, and I'm here to help.
Oh, you're the one they're waiting for then. Do you need anything else from me before you meet with the board?
Well, what can you tell me about the board members?
What I could tell you would get me in a lot of trouble. Most of them are typical C-level execs. I doubt you even need to use your imagination for that. The ones that show up to work day to day, at least. I swear, I've never even met some of them, because they chill at their own private, secluded beach homes all the time. Anyway, be smart around Oliver. He's got a way of getting what he wants without you realizing it. And that's all I'll say.
What were everyone's thoughts when the ECS Constant showed up?
People were a little freaked out around here, understandably. It looks so different and it's so massive. We honestly thought we were under attack by an unknown entity. But then, nothing happened. It just stayed there. No one could communicate with it. And we've been very careful not to alert the resort guests. The board believed it would be bad for business.
And what's it like working for Paradiso?
I can't speak for anyone else, but I've got a pretty high-pressure job working as the executive assistant to the Paradiso board. You can imagine, dealing with a team of execs, trying to manage all of their schedules and their other whims. But it pays well, and they give me a nice executive suite at the hotel to live in. So, it's not all bad. Free access to all the resort's amenities after work helps too.
Must be nice. Well, I'm ready to go in.
Sure. Have fun in the shark tank. And don't worry, even they call it that.
I just feel that we should be focusing on the natural beauty of this planet, not our amenities.
There are millions of planets out there. People can go to any one of them. The resort facilities are precisely what we bring to the table. Heck, it's the only thing we've really got to offer.
I don't want to risk us coming off as just another artificial, shady, trash-filled dump like Neon. That's not who we are. We've got something special here. We should embrace that.
Belom's right.
Thank you.
We don't want to compete with Neon. Bayou's ruthless. He'll do anything he can to eliminate the competition. We don't need that kind of trouble. That being said, I think there's a middle ground. Maybe build up the beachfront at a boardwalk amusement park. I've had this idea to build artificial hot springs, that sort of thing.
Sounds good. I'll look into what that will cost us and we can circle back around to this.
Interesting.
With a name like Paradiso, the marketing for this place writes itself.
I'll make some time
Just doing
for
my
you.
part to make sure Paradiso remains a paradise.
You're lucky I'm not like the other board members, lazing about the beaches without a care in the universe.
Are there really only 3 board members?
No, of course not. There's several more. We're just the ones who show up day to day. The others spend their time lazing on the beach or gallivanting off-world. Doesn't bother me, though. Less cooks in the kitchen means I get to make all the big decisions around here. Seems to be working out for us just fine.
Right. What can you tell me about Paradiso?
We, the Paradiso Group, bought the rights to this planet years ago with the intent of turning it into the biggest and best resort in the universe. To that end, I'd say we've succeeded. As such, no other leisure enterprises may operate on the planet without renting land from us. But as you can see, none can afford such a deal.
You operate this resort outside the settled systems, right?
Not quite. We just don't answer to the Freestar Collective or the United Colonies. Makes things easier. We don't pay any taxes, we don't need to follow their laws. All the benefits, none of the drawbacks. And no one minds, because half the politicians and other big shots love vacationing here. Works for everyone.
Well, I understand you're the man I need to talk to about that strange ship up in orbit.
I am. And you must be the diplomat Giro told me about. Welcome, welcome. Normally I'd offer you an all-inclusive stay at our resort before we spoke. But given the circumstances, I'm going to cut to the chase. We've got our friends, the aliens, up there, causing all sorts of problems for our resort. You like that? The marketing team came up with it. The thought is, if we can't get rid of them, it might actually attract more tourism. Come see the aliens!
And why is this problem so urgent to you?
We run a premier resort getaway here. We can't have our guests concocting stories about some bodgy old ship hanging around up there. As it is, we've had to reroute our luxury liners round the other side of the planet on entry so no one sees it. It's bad for business. We need to nip this in the bud and take care of it before the tourists catch on and cause a scene.
Sure, whatever. It's brilliant. Now, let's just get to the matter at hand.
Ah, we're being direct then. Good on you. So, what do you know about this dodgy ship I'm hearing all about?
Well, it is kind of true. It is full of uptight colonists who think they own the planet. I'm sure you can exploit that. What would you say if I told you it really was an alien mothership here to destroy the planet?
I'd say you're full of it and might have been watching too many movies. Now, instead of wasting my time, want to tell me what it really is?
Alright, fine. It's a generation ship full of colonists from Earth. It's here after a 200-year journey.
Well, that's something. Shame we can't just tell them kindly to bugger off. Something tells me that's not going to work. Now, tell me, what are we going to do about it? Give me some proposals, people. I need something to work with here.
We could offer to resettle them here. There's more than enough space.
They could stay here, temporarily, but it'll cost them. Quite a bit, too. They'd need to work off all their debts before being allowed to leave.
Maybe not. What if we help them get out of here? Outfit their ship with a grav drive so they can find a new home. We could even lend our engineers to help and give their captain an updated star map. What do you think?
Sounds costly. We can't absorb that cost, and it's unlikely they even have compatible currency, let alone enough for the transaction. Someone else would have to foot the bill.
Oh, I swear this would be a lot easier if they ceased to exist entirely. Anyway, Seema's got the right idea. Either works for me. Just tell me what you want to do.
So they can live here, but they'd be indentured servants.
Oh, I need to say that specifically. This would be a mutual contract for room and board in exchange for services rendered. Of course, there's no telling how long this arrangement will last, given the substantial costs we'd need to take on in order to accommodate them here, including their continued room and board. But this may save the resort on operating costs in the long term, as we'd be able to let go of some of our current paid staff.
Yeah, that's fucked. Why do I have to buy the grav drive?
It's not our responsibility to bear the brunt of that cost. We're being more than generous by offering the use of our engineering team to help install it. A custom grav drive can't come cheap, and I assume they have neither the monetary means nor the connections to get a hold of that kind of technology. That leaves the only other party in this negotiation. You.
Cease to exist, huh? So you're suggesting I just destroy the ship?
I'm not suggesting anything, other than it would make our lives so much easier if that ship ceased existing. Make of that what you will.
And why can't we just let some other authority handle this?
We operate outside of the Free Stars only, you see, partially because we don't want anyone else meddling in our affairs. And we'd rather not draw attention to it, as I've mentioned. It could be bad for business. We'd much rather settle this independently.
Sure. And why can't they just settle on the other side of the planet or something?
We own this planet, they don't. Here at Paradiso, we don't like leaving things to chance. Who knows what these people will do with their land? Imagine the landscaping disasters they might come up with, and how that might mar the satellite imagery of the planet in our brochures. No,
oh, fuck off.
Much better to assimilate them into our culture if they come here to live, rather than leave it to chance.
Assimilate. I understand your point, but I disagree. These are human beings. I'm positive I could work with them to develop a settlement that works to your liking.
Thanks for the offer, but my answer is still no. Too much risk involved, and if it goes wrong, then the problem can quickly get out of hand. If they settle here, it'll be under our conditions, not theirs. Sorry.
And What if after all this they continue to insist their claim to this planet predates yours?
They'd be hard-pressed to defend their claim in any courts. Our charter goes back years. It was registered with both the UC and Freestar Collective, per the Centaurus Proclamation. We may be outside the settled systems, but that charter's official as can be. I'm sorry, but you're going to need to be the one to break the news to them that they need to make a compromise or leave.
Hypothetically, what could make a ship like that go away?
I have no idea, because I'm not suggesting anything of the sort. But it's a wonder that old ship made it all the way here in such a relatively short time. Must have really been pushing themselves. An engineer friend of mine told me once that the reactors on those old ships have a tendency to self-destruct if they overload. Of course, their engineers must have taken great care not to push it too far. Someone would likely have to override the safety systems in the reactor computer. But who would do such a thing?
I hope you are not asking what I think you are asking.
Yeah, we're not gonna do that. I'll buy the grav drive and convince them to settle elsewhere.
Ah, good on you. You want to see a man named Benny St. James over at Hope Tech. He's the best in the business. If anyone can retrofit a 200-year-old ship with a modern grav drive, it'd be him. We'll coordinate our engineering team with his when you return, though you may have to help the Constance engineers prepare for it on their end. Good luck.
They deserve a renewed chance to decide their own fates. That is the right thing to do.
Right. On behalf of the Paradiso Group, we appreciate your help.
Fucking cocksuckers. The fuck are you doing?
Stay out of our guest's way.
Oh, he's wiping the floor. I was like, is he okay? He looks constipated. There's a rooftop terrace. Hold on. Can I see this? Yo.
Think we'd be a prime target for pirates, but they know to stay away for the most part.
Salut, bonsoir, good evening. Welcome to Chez Simon. I am Simon, and this is my rooftop bar and lounge. Might I interest you in some refreshing spirits? Perhaps something special to enhance your stay with us, huh?
How crazy do the parties get here?
They can sometimes get pretty out of control, but security does a good job making sure they don't get to the point where someone gets hurt. We've had to do away with the foam parties, for instance. Soapy surfaces and a 100-meter drop are not a good combination. Before you worry, we never had a fatality because of it, just a few close calls.
Jesus. First, a foam party? What the fuck is that shit? Got any juicy gossip about this place?
Plenty, but I consider myself a professional. It wouldn't be kind to spread gossip about my co-workers at this resort. However, I don't consider the Paradiso Group board members co-workers, so they're fair game. I have heard from multiple celebrity visitors that our CEO, Oliver Campbell, isn't as domineering and virile as he lets on. At least not behind closed doors, if you catch my drift. Word
so he's a
is,
sub.
He likes to be told what to do, and his performance evaluations are often subpar. Normally, I wouldn't spread such rumors, but that guy is rotten and thinks way too highly of himself.
You own this lounge? I thought the Paradiso Group owned everything.
Yes and no. It's my name on the sign, and I generally get to run it the way I want and take in a significant chunk of the profits, but technically, the Paradiso Group does own it. I even had to sign over my name to get it up on the sign, part of my contract with them. But I tend to look at it as job security. What, are they going to find another world-class bartender named Simon to replace me? I think not.
Well, what do you got here?
Of course. Please, take a look at what's available.
Man, this place sucks. You don't even have anything special. Get out of my face.
No one's going to care if I call out sick from work for another week, right?
I guess I have to admit, this resort isn't as bad as I thought it'd be.
Why did I think 3 days was going to be enough?
Not really a whole lot going on up here.
Oh, this is even better than in the brochure. I wish I had booked a stay for longer.
Interesting. I don't know what that kiosk is.
Not to be a downer, but this place is almost too...
Excellent sightlines. This would make a decently defensible position. And the view is nice too.
Jesus Christ, Andreja. Do you really gotta think about everything in the concept of a battle? The
This is
view
probably
is nice
the best
too.
vacation I've ever taken.
Pretty boring. There's not really a whole lot up here. Okay. So we gotta go to Hope Tech? That's pretty funny. Oh, and obtain the Tranquility secret recipe. They said that guy was around here somewhere, right? Hold on. Let's see if we can't knock this out,
Enjoy
too.
your stay, knowing you're in our capable hands.
Oh, of course. There's a reason you gotta go up to the rooftop. Yeah, it wasn't just spontaneous.
Why did I think 3 days was going to be enough?
Okay. Yeah, he just looks like every other...
expensive than what I expected.
Sorry, did you need something? I'm trying to enjoy my vacation.
Who are you?
Rowan Masterson, at your service. I'm a tea sommelier for Tranquility. I ensure all our brews match our high standards for consistency and quality, and I also travel systems-wide to seek out new and interesting brews. After all, I fancy myself quite the tea enthusiast, so I'm quite good at discovering delicious new tastes.
Is it true you have a secret drink recipe?
Ah, yes. The rumors are true. My job requires me to always be looking for new flavor profiles, in teas especially. I've been working on a new tea drink that I think will make a big splash with tea connoisseurs everywhere, but I'm not quite ready to present it just yet. I'm afraid you'll need to wait like everyone else.
I'd like to convince you to part with that recipe.
This should be interesting.
Sharing the recipe with me can't hurt, right?
It's probably not that big of a deal, to be honest. I mean, what are you going to do? Open up a shop and compete with just one lousy recipe?
I'm simply a big tea enthusiast. That recipe would make my day.
Maybe it wouldn't hurt to share it with you.
I'm just a big fan of everything you've done for Tranquility.
Well, I can appreciate that. I'm glad to hear you like my other creations. Well, except for Frazzleberry Crush. No one liked that one. Very well. I can tell another tea enthusiast like myself when I meet one. What's the harm in sharing what I found to be a particularly delicious brew? Besides, it's not even guaranteed to go to market anytime soon. And even when it does, there are bound to be changes. So here, enjoy.
I do not fully understand why you are bothering with this, but I suppose it is the lesser of several evils.
Andreja's mad because I convinced the person to part with, like... Who cares? Genuinely? Whatever. See, this is what I mean. Like... Everyone's got something to fucking say about it.
There are so many activities
So
I'm looking
dumb.
forward to doing, but I'm just having
You're
a good
back.
time relaxing.
Ooh, does
Yeah,
that
I
mean
got
you
your
succeeded?
recipe.
Amazing! I can't believe you did it. I hope it wasn't too difficult.
It was tough. Whatever you were gonna give me before, I want more before I hand it over.
Oh, you want more?
There's always a way to work these things out for everyone's benefit.
You might be right.
Fuck. Why is it just +1s?
Yeah, of course. No disrespect intended.
That's what I like to hear.
I'm trying to be reasonable here. Okay, fine. It'll be worth it once I get promoted. I'll give you more than what I was originally planning. Now, let's see what's in that recipe. Wait, the secret ingredient is coffee? Really? Well, I guess I'm in luck. Once I brew this tea, it'll be a snap. And I have higher quality coffee ingredients to boot, so it'll be even better than what they have here. Stop by if you ever want to try some.
I'm not much of a beach
Well, that was
person,
easy enough.
but everyone talks about this place.
Alright, now let's go to Hope Tech. I wonder how everything's gonna be here now that Ron Hope is dead.